In the bottom left, in the blue, we have DrKillSauce, and in the top right, mirroring the Ragna pick, we have Shu in the red.
Dude, I'm getting so much attention this match. I'm thrilled.
Ragna definitely one of the strongest picks, especially in a format that relies on getting the win condition. So killing something like the commander or the headquarters, Ragna is definitely good at doing both of those and thus gets picked quite a lot. He's also just in that tier below the commanders that do get banned on a regular basis that she won't likely get banned, but she's so strong from everybody that's remaining that she's quite, like, I wouldn't say like an obvious pick, but definitely a preferred one.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of her and Balder, pretty much the two staples.
Yeah, Valdor definitely has the advantage of, if I can get enough groove early on, I can just continually spam skeletons and build up a large army lead and push my opponent. We'll see how this
This is
goes.
also, I think, one of the very few maps that has the opportunity for rifles on it that I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm curious what the way to get them onto the map is here, though, if you get them at all, because you can either chew through the destructible wall or get a transport of some kind.
Oh, you have to use the wall though, or you have to chew through the wall just because it's designed in such a way that the rifles are meant to come late game. This map was one of the first maps that was made with the idea that people would be able to use rifles, because there's the fear that rifles can cause stalemates. Whether or not that's justified, we still need to play more, but people are leaning towards yes on that at the moment. So people are worried about rifles being too strong, and thus the delay was added. Thieves have the ability to jump through walls, which is quite cool.
Oh, that is slick, yeah.
So, and they can do that even when they're carrying gold, which means that this is a good map for using thieves on, like relatively compared to using rifles, but you do have the option of you get the merfolk out and you knock the gate down, and you use the merfolk to capture the water village as well. Ooh, that sword lives on 1% health, damn. We'll see whether or not this sword becomes a key player later in the game. Is she already getting his golem out? Yeah, this is a turn 5 golem. He's gonna mirror our commanders in the south, and I guess use a golem to push up in the north?
Yeah, I mean, I like that, because realistically, this early into the game, it's going to be very expensive to kill that golem.
Yeah, you're effectively forcing your opponent to get their own golem. Using trebuchets on this map is not super advisable. Ooh, gets very aggressive with Ragna, and she might get surrounded. There's a very real possibility.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's
okay,
feels a bit greedy.
Doesn't go for the surround, but does go for the punching her in the face. GoW4, because he got the kill though, has a big groove advantage now. And there was a mage heal expended to keep Ragna on high health.
I do feel like that's an affordable luxury though, given that this golem on the north side only really has the knight to contest it.
I'm interested to see why Shu built the merfolk where he did and not in the water. I guess it leaves the option open if you want to walk it forward.
I think it's more of a waddle if it has to go on land, but yeah.
Takes at the village. And this soldier that survived with 1% health now has the option of, yeah, being a body blocker. Which means that, okay, the golem can, in theory, get to that knight, but he has to use a spear and a mage to clear one sword out. So it's just being a bit of a nuisance. Whereas if that didn't exist, then the game would look a bit different. GoW4 gets his own merfolk, gets his own mage up in the north. There's no mage in the south.
Too is also starting to look a little bit spooky.
Ooh, clears it with just. I thought we would need to use the spear as well to clear the sword, but obviously not. Hits the sword. I would have liked to have seen that hit from the forest instead, but not the biggest of deals. Only gonna change the counter attack damage by a couple of %. The one thing Shu I think is doing really well up in the north compared to what GoW4 is doing in the south is there's a mage available next to the golem. Which just increases its proficiency by actually a significant margin, just being able to constantly heal a golem.
Yeah, for real. Golems are scary. They're even scarier when they start to regenerate all the time.
And it gives you the option of, oh, my golem's on, let's say, between 1 and 19% health or 20% health. And you drop a mage heal on it and it just becomes effectively a full health unit.
Yeah.
GoW4's moving forward aggressively. Really pressuring the headquarters.
For Shu behind this, but I kind of like the posturing. I guess now that I say that, Ragna is on a road tile.
Yeah, she's a little vulnerable, but she's just going to move back. Pick off a spear with Ragna. There is a punish option here, but not the end of the world. Ooh, sacrifices a sword. And I guess tried to go for the kill on the spear there, but not quite working out.
It's gonna be the Golem Wars begun. The Clone Wars have.
She has a slight income lead, so he can kind of just exploit this. Gets the kill on that. The spear moves forwards. GoW4 has to spend more gold on defense now, just because he doesn't really have a way to deal with this golem mage outside of building his own golem and mage. His knight's not going to do anything because it's just spears and a golem and a mage.
Yeah. And then GrKillSauce is gonna run up. Okay, throws the golem on the mountain tile to block. I was gonna say. Giving your opponent the option of putting their golem on a mountain tile and attacking your commander is a bit spooky.
And he's going to finish this turn with Ragna. So that just opens up a ton of options for attacking. It means that he could potentially punch through and kill the headquarters. As long as he doesn't do it in a way that puts his commander in lethal, it will be fine.
There are 2 golems on the other side of this, though, so it's easier said than done.
Yeah, she's going to get a whole turn to respond to Ragna potentially having her own groove up.
So I'm kind of curious how Shu handles this push. The threat of the shield slam.
Ragna's only attackable on 2 sides even though she's on a road, so... I guess like one option would just be to kill as much around Ragna as you can. There are things like the mage crit onto the full health spear, for example, will annihilate it. Ooh, we're seeing a suicide onto the golem? Second suicide comes in. I think he's going to try and clear this. Yep. Here comes in, finishes it off.
Nice. Ooh, and this sets up the mage crit too.
Yeah, so Ragna is pretty damn injured now. And sacrificing 2 swords for a golem is not a bad way to go.
Yeah, I mean... Sure, GrKillSauce can slam here, but like... And you'll hit a lot of high value units, but you're not going to actually kill anything.
And she's continuing to build up quite the lead as well. He's 400 income over GrKillSauce now.
Yeah, meanwhile, exactly, this north side of the map has gone very well for Shu.
That merfolk is just kind of waddling its way down.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that as well, that I find it a little curious that the merfolk are joining the fray instead of slapping the walls down.
Oh, well, at this point, Rifle is going to take so long to come out. It takes average of 4 turns to knock a gate down.
Yeah.
So...
I'm unstoppable!
yeah, you'd rather just have a merfolk come in. Does a little bit of damage to the spear and the mage.
Yeah, that was a pretty lame Ragna groove. I mean, it's gonna get the spear and the mage cleaned up, but... Oh no, there's 2 whole golems behind this.
Ragna might actually be dead. Because it's actually pretty easy to clear the spear.
Yeah, I mean, the front golem can hit her from the back, the other one can hit from the north as well, even though she's on the forest tiles. They're gonna get blocked by this one. Spearman.
Well, it only takes clearing the sword, which is very easy to do. Ragna can do that herself. So 2 full health golems hitting Ragna on a forest tile, I think she's dead. And unlike game 1, I think this is going to go very, very quickly. Ooh, even kills the spear in front. Elects not to try and go for the lethal. Just gonna try and do as much damage as possible.
I mean, this does give the option for Groove next turn, and there are a couple high-value things coming in like Knights. So I don't mind this.
Yeah, I guess she was just playing it safe. I think he has the timer lead as well, so...
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the income after this. Takes that village down, so here's a 500 income lead now.
No biggie.
He's just got an army of golems. He has 4 golems at the moment.
I like this decision though to retreat around and use the wall as a natural blocker on the north. Heal on this village.
Ooh, I just noticed that golem has 39% health.
Ooh, yeah, it does.
So, could use it to... Although, I wonder if it hits the other golem, if that golem will go into the crit range and crit the other golem back.
Not clear. Also, I mean, there is the option for these knights to come up and damage it further. I don't know if that's a decision one wants to make, but it's on the table.
Oh, Ragna could just jump up there, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, is with this groove and these 2 knights being here, that's a very lucrative target already.
And then she gets to the front where she can end the game.
Yeah, like if she can just land on this tile north of that village, sign me up. I guess with these knights retreating slightly, I'm not sure that's as appealing, but...
She has 3 golems next to her headquarters, so yeah, she's just gonna jump. Lands on the mountain, which is a good idea. Oh, she's just gonna try and kill as much as she can. And very much succeed at doing that.
Yeah. Gets 1 knight, gets the mage heal behind it.
Ooh, I like this decision to use other units to damage the golem first. And yeah, it does get definitely put into crit range, but that 3% golem isn't.
Just heal, yeah,
the 3% golem is not really much of a threat to anything. This hero merfolk, I think, is going to keep marching across the...
Morale folk. It's like the morale host.
Another golem. Yeah, this map definitely favors... Once you get to a certain point, if you break the... I guess like the 1400, 1300 gold mark, when DrKillSauce is just like, nah, this is not winnable. Too far behind.
That is 2-0 for Shu.
It is 2-0 for Shu. So yeah, Shu just cleanly takes the game.
Very well played. Both of those.
And this means Shu is now in the finals.
Ooh.
We have our first finalist for Groove of War number 4. He came 3rd place last time, so...
Well, moving on up.
Yeah, it was very close as well, so I think he'll be glad to have a good shot at winning the title.